I gotta turn the light on for this one, bro. It is, I look like a fucking alien, this motherfucker. It is 6:17 a.m. Central Standard Time on Sunday morning, January 14th. I have, after 3 years, started by April 2021, I have now finished The Sopranos, the supposed best show in the history of cinema. I have sat through a 21 episode closing season. The character with the most plot armor in the history of real, like, TV shows, not Naruto, not Goku from fucking Dragon Ball, but a real human being that has gotten shot, countless car crashes, bounties on his head from mob bosses, more powerful than him, just massive shit that would kill any human being. We get to this point where basically Phil Leotardo, the strongest mob boss that we are aware of in the Sopranos universe, puts a hit on him, and while still staying in the same town that he would normally reside in, I believe it's still New Jersey, and still staying in connection with all of his family, basically living the same life more or less he's lived. He doesn't die in that instance. The guy who put the fucking hit on him has one incident where he pops his fucking head out in like 3 episodes of runtime, multiple months, I would imagine. And that motherfucker gets shot in his fucking head, run over by a damn SUV. The one fucking time he poked his little fucking head out. And Tony fucking Soprano somehow... So you're going through your head at this point. Who the fuck who's gonna like blow this nigga's head off? Basically the family is more or less together. I mean, Sal is a fucking vegetable. Bobby's dead. Paulie's basically become fucking Tom Wham Gam from fucking Succession. He just fucked his way to the top by just being alive, more or less, and being a fucking wisecrack. Chris got fucking snuffed. So you're like going through... You're going through your fucking head, like asking yourself, how the fuck does this nigga die? Because he has to die, right? Like, it just would be some illusionary shit. His fucking wife doing the home selling and shit. His daughter, complete fucking failure, but every time she fails, she becomes like one rung up higher in the fucking social ladder. Fucking son's fucking a high schooler. Son tried to kill himself by tying a fucking cement brick to his damn leg, going into a fucking pool with a bag over his goddamn head, and somehow Tony, after this fat pork chop fuck was choking down a fucking hot dog, saved his ass at the fucking brink of time, of course. These niggas are the fucking Starks, bro. This family is the fucking Starks. Outside of Recon being fucking target dummy for Ramsey Bolton, other than that, nigga, the Starks lived. I mean, Rob got offed, but that's because his wife was too fucking hot, and it didn't make sense for that ugly fuck. Well, I can't call Rob Stark ugly, but it's a beautiful man. But the point, they killed 2 Starks at like fucking 8, like. So that's basically more or less the fucking gravity that you're operating with the goddamn Sopranos. Janice basically fucked the right guy. He got killed, and now she has a fucking kid that she likes. Because the other kid, he went from fucking Harpo, the most ridiculous goddamn name of all time. I think it's like also Oprah Studios. So I'm not sure they didn't get fucking copyrighted back in the 2000s for using Open fucking Studios as the fucking name of the kid. But maybe it's tongue in cheek because the kids think I changed to Hal. If you could think of a name more goofy than fucking Harpo, it'd probably be Hal. Oh my god. But Janice now has some income for the rest of her life, assuming that's how the fucking mafia works. I don't fucking know. I'm not goddamn Italian in fucking New Jersey, but so fast forward, we're now in the meat of fucking season 6, episode 21, the final fucking episode. Philly Turtle dies like pretty much the middle part of it, if not earlier than that. Agent Harris fucking his stud fucking partner, cheating on his goddamn wife. Of course, don't see what's the point of even filming that or whatever. But Agent Harris is a piece of shit. I guess we need to understand that. This nigga is just back living life, back in his home, doing back at the fucking. They have to have fucking coronary artery disease from eating this goddamn pork chop. Fucking 24/7. You can't tell me these niggas don't have the fucking cholesterol levels of. Anyway, everything's back right. I mean, I at least thought to myself, like, Phil Leotardo's crew. I mean, I understand they were a little bit discontent about him, like, going like full mob boss, like, let's get these niggas off the fucking face of the planet. But realistically, they didn't have any fucking like casualties in this. They just pretty much the underlying theme with this season and the latter parts of this season post 9/11 were anybody that's about my color or lighter but not white, or they got some shit on their head like this, kill them niggas. As you could imagine, it's probably also the overriding doctrine of most Americans towards the Middle East. That's the kind of coupling, thematic they work here. That's basically what the fuck the New York crew was doing to the New Jersey crew. They saw a New Jersey nigga, they shot him and killed his ass on sight. So I'm not sure why the fuck they crashed out to that degree and just sold on Phil Leotardo. Unfortunately, somehow in the 21 fucking episodes of this damn season, they couldn't establish more of a real reason for them to sell on fucking Phil Leotardo other than the bug-eyed fuck was like, Phil, I don't think we should do this. And Phil was like, I don't give a shit. We're going to do it anyway. And then Phil ran a score up on these niggas. It was like 75-0. And apparently, they were like, okay, well, yeah, Tony, we'll give you an out. We'll let you fucking survive a little bit longer. We'll let you kill Phil Leotardo. We're not gonna help you with it, but we'll let you. What? Why? Why would you help Tony at all? What has Tony done for you in any capacity? He's killed multiple people, or at least tried to have multiple of your people killed. Like, I don't. All right, so that last leg of the fucking episode here. So we've had that happen. Phil's dead. Junior's finished pretty much at this point. I will say, very touching scene. A lot of touches. I'm not saying it's a bad like closing few episodes here. I've seen bad HBO's final seasons, and this isn't that. But I've teared up a few times the last few of these episodes. I mean, the fucking last Tony Jr. shit. I mean, you're pretty much looking at every scene at this point. I guess it's the last Tony interaction with this person. I'll give them this. They try to close pretty much every loose hole they could, and they didn't do it on the last episode. I mean, they kind of did some in the previous episodes too, the last two ones. Even with that being the case, still sometimes feel like, okay, what's the point of this? Like, I don't get what's the point of having Agent Harris? Like, I guess you just want to show he's like a piece of shit too on the inside. Okay, Dr. Melfi, she has these inclinations, that overrode like her overriding judgment or her best judgment, and she kind of started emotionally, and Elliot won in the end. Melfi realized at the last second, like, hey, I didn't really actually do any kind of real progress. A lot of House of Cards elements in this story. Like, Tony is more or less the same character that he was at the beginning of the fucking series. All this bullshit with depression and fucking Tony Jr. He just fucks a high school junior and like somehow he's like back in his bag, which blows my fucking mind. I don't know how that got cleared. I guess because everybody felt bad for him. Like, okay, well, he needs somebody to be with, so we'll just let him be with a high school junior. I don't fucking. It is honestly astonishing that like that just got clear. I guess I don't know. I mean, this some abominable shit is happening in this series. So, and even Meadow fails, she just comes back up. Carmela fails, she just comes back up. Everybody fails, they come back up. Speaking of failing, coming back up, we get to the fail swoop of this episode here, where they go to Huntian's or some other bullshit Italian name they made up for the name of this restaurant. And I mean, at this point, my heart is beating because I'm not looking at the time anymore. But I pretty much like understand like they've accomplished everything they need to accomplish. We need to see what the fuck happens to Tony. And every scene you see Tony by himself, it's almost like in your head, like this thing's about to get popped. This thing's about to get popped. This thing's about to get popped. About to get popped. Um, so we get in there where they're in the restaurant, and you start seeing like the camera pan all these different dudes that look shady as fuck. We got the buddy with the USA hat on, probably almost like a fucking a rifle, dirty ass rifle he could blow niggas' brains away with. See kind of Italian looking dude that walks past Tony. Tony looks up at him, gives him a look like, okay, well, is this a dude? No, it's not the dude. You see some black people walk in. It's like, holy shit. If I legit was like, it's 6 a.m. I'm like scared, like waking niggas up. But I was like cheering. I was like, fuck. Black people finally get to fucking get what about Tony fucking Soprano, man. This thing been beating down black people since fucking day one, beating the shit out of them. The whole series, been letting black people get the fuck out of them by goddamn Italians in this fucking series. Finally, we get to fucking get one. Nope. Nope. The niggas looking at like a jukebox or some bullshit. I don't know what the fuck you're looking at. It doesn't even matter. So we get these moments, the family comes in, you're like, okay, well, they probably wouldn't pop in front of the family, but the only thing is, like, we've been seeing motherfuckers like get popped 24/7 from their family as kind of the shit got rougher and rougher, and the kind of morals like kind of decline. And then they put "Don't Stop Believing" on, so you like, okay, it's clearly breaking the fourth wall a little bit. The showrunners are telling you like, hey, don't stop believing, it can still happen. And fucking Philly Tardo. So Carmela comes in, they're doing some, gab, and then dickhead douche fucking big director bitch ass nigga AJ Soprano comes in. I think at some point Chris Montesalti like told him like you could be a director or some shit like that at some point too. I don't. I would say they did a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of callbacks, shit like that, like high level shit that like I'm gonna be reading through the wiki. I can now read these episodes because like now I'm not really spoiled by anything, and realistically, the spoiler I thought was gonna happen didn't fucking happen because we got the fucking Carmela bitch can't fucking not Carmela, Meadow Soprano can't fucking parallel park the goddamn Lexus. 170,000 starting salary, by the way. The only thing she's accomplished, got into pretty decent high school, failed out of Columbia, uh, fucked some loser that almost got fucked by Vito, worked the poverty law center, which in 2023, that internship would have gave you fucking nothing. Maybe in 2020, fucking 2006, maybe back then. I was fucking 7 back then, I guess. Um, 2007, my bad. So I would have been 8. Fucking 170,000 starting salary. I guess because you just fucked the guy they thought was a loser. He actually ends up being set up pretty well. Fucking Carmela and Tony have to eat fucking crow for the last few episodes. I enjoyed that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Fucking Tony, especially Carmela, gonna fuck themselves. 170,000 starting salary for fucking failing upwards. Okay. So she can't parallel park a goddamn Lexus. So you're like at this point, like, what was somebody's gonna have to come in with Carmela because you have it where like Carmela comes in. I think somebody came in behind her. In front of AJ is the fucking USA dude. So someone's gonna come in with Carmela or fucking Meadow, and that's how we're gonna fucking end this. Like, he's gonna come in by just fucking pull out that sick. What do you call it? It's 7 or 6 or whatever. Just pull out a fucking Glock and just blow a nigga's brains away. It doesn't even need to be a special gun. It could just be a fucking 9mm. Just clear shot. Tony is literally right in the fucking line of vision of that fucking door. If you walked in that door and just pulled a strap out, it's an 85% chance, unless he uses fucking AJ or goddamn Carmella as a fucking shield, you're blowing his fucking brains off. Meadow never walks in. Nobody that ever walks in that we get to see. Tony looks at that fucking door and this show ends and my body convulses. I understood. I've heard before it's a cliffhanger. Back, it's repressed in my memory, but like years and years ago, me being a fucking 1999 kid, I was alive at the same time as Sopranos. I literally, like, my existence came into at the same time as the fucking Sopranos. So I understood, like, I've heard it's a cliffhanger ending, but like that over the years left my fucking brain. And what replaced that spot was that this nigga dies. That nigga, that's not a death to me. Yeah, look like a death to you. A black ass screen where this fucking jackass looks at the goddamn door as somebody walks in. Does that look like a fucking death to you? That's like a death to me. That shit could be, nigga, fucking Kool-Aid Man could have beat that fucking door down. And that nigga could just fucking, oh my god, fucking Kool-Aid Man, what the fuck? That could have been damn Adrian. That bitch could have came back alive, somehow escaped still. Nigga could have been anybody. Could have been fucking anybody. It could have been a fucking baby. It could have been Chris Monster's fucking baby that walked through that goddamn door. Could have been the damn cat. It could have been fucking anybody. And that's the fucking problem. This motherfucking David Chase wanted you to know that shit. It could have been anybody. It wasn't Phil Leotardo. It wasn't some high ranking New York dude. It wasn't some low ranking New York dude. It wasn't a black guy. It was anybody. Some motherfucker killed Tony Soprano, probably. But you will never know. I will never know if he died. What in the fuck? Why would you do that, man? I'm gonna read the announcement interpretation here. This is from Wikipedia. I pulled this shit up while I was going into fucking a rant there. The final scene of Made in America became subject of, I'm already fucking up, bro. This became subject of intense discussion, controversy, and analysis after its original broadcast. The use of an abrupt cut to black, followed by several seconds of silence, led many viewers to initially believe their cable or DVR cut off at a crucial moment. Nigga, I literally touched my fucking touchpad, my fucking soul, because I thought that my shit cut out. I had the headphones on. You know, Apple headphones, defective as a motherfucker. I thought the damn thing stopped playing. Like, I thought it just paused for some reason. Right when this nigga's supposed to get his fucking brains blown out. And I assumed I hit play. I'd come back to see the nigga's brains blown out. There is no play. There's no scene after that. Opposing interpretations soon emerged among viewers regarding the ultimate fate of the series' protagonist. I wouldn't call him protagonist per se, but Tony Soprano. Some believing that he was killed, others remain or believe that he is alive. One argument for the former points to the conversation Tony had amid his premiere episode, Soprano Home Movies, with his brother-in-law Bobby, in which Bobby comments on how suddenly and without sound death can happen in the lives of gangsters. Part of the event here when it happens, right? That is a scene that gets brought back after Bobby gets popped in Blue Comet. While questioning the theory, HBO spokesman Quentin Schaefer stated this conversation is a legitimate hint. Nigga, is this Wardle? What the hell you mean is a hint? Also, Butchie DiConcini, the presumed successor of Phil Leotardo, was last seen saddled with the reparations following the mob war. He had expressed ideas about killing Tony before, and Tony was, in the end, the last DeMayo man left standing out of the three original Lupertazzi targets, who Phil believed have killed but totally cripple the Jersey family. Hence, Tony would have been a tempting target of a hit. The final scene showing a man who glances at Tony, credited as man in members only jacket, shout out members only, and who later goes to the bathroom, has been interpreted as a reference to Michael Corleone. I'm not going to read that because I've never watched The Godfather, and I like not to be spoiled by the fucking Godfathers. Apparently, the scene they're talking about is Tony's favorite scene. I just scrolled through and saw that. Speculations also linked the jacket of the man to the title of the opening episode of the season, Members Only, in which Tony is shot, and also as a symbolic reference to the mysterious man's membership of the mafia. Matt Servito, who portrayed Dwight Harris, said the scene originally continued with the man in members only jacket emerging from the bathroom and walking towards Tony's table. Feels like you're kind of snitching there. I don't know why you would say that. Agent Harris really is a piece of shit. Why would you say that? That kind of fucks up the mystery of it. However, Servito later clarified the statement, saying that he did not mean to imply there's a different or directly intended ending, but only that the genius ending was not what he had expected. Or genius editing was not what he had expected. Okay, I guess what he's basically saying is that like he walks back towards the table, but like it doesn't actually fucking mean that he even like interacted with Tony. I mean that's pretty easy shit to interpret there. But the genius editing is that like essentially the scene ends with him walking back around Tony's table or whatever. The editing that's genius that like it just cuts off. Anyway, other viewers offer opposing interpretations. It's been suggested the final scene portrays that while Tony's life is fraught with fear and danger, which could come from anywhere, and while Tony has to constantly watch his back and look out for any emerging trouble, he does that pretty often, keeps an eye on the diner interest, life nevertheless goes on, and the viewer simply does not get to continue seeing it. The lyrics of the closing song seemingly tells the viewers "Don't Stop Believing" are thought to support this, while the silent black screen space for the credits is meant to allow people to imagine and believe in their own continuation of Tony's story. It can be stated that because of Tony's peace agreement with the Lupertazzi family, they are tacit sanction of a hit on Phil and Butchie's visible and willing to continue the hostilities. There was little legitimate basis to expect a hit on Tony from the Lupertazzis, and the threat to him, although always present, was not higher than usual. Logically speaking, if you like took away like my understanding that there's gonna be some fuckery at the end of this damn episode and the series as a whole, I would not have a real reason to believe. Well, I mean, I can't say that because it's the final episode where, I mean, you're literally seeing like him wrap up all these loose ends. But that's the thing about the fucking Sopranos is that like loose ends are always being wrapped up. Like you have Ralphie get snuffed by Tony. You have Adrienne get killed at the end of season 5 or the penultimate ending of season 5. You have Richie get shot by that fucking whore. I mean, you have all of these moments that occur that are just like, I mean, Chris dies and the world keeps on going. Like, I mean, it has some impact in future episodes and moments, but like, it's not like what he like. They didn't raise the heights of him visiting Silvio or give him like some crazy fucking out of character. He didn't say shit to Silvio. Basically, he just looked at him. I mean, nothing in that episode felt big other than Leotardo dying and them like raising the stakes on that previous set of scenes. You get the whole like we're trying to wrap up loose ends, but thematically speaking, there's nothing that's like massively different in these in the like the tone or the stakes of moments in these last few episodes, other than the whole like Leotardo shit. But the Leotardo shit ends, and like they said, the world keeps on going on. Like nothing else. It's not really. I guess kind of like what they're saying is like we don't get to see the fallout of these events. Like we have seen all we are meant to see. Kind of like what Tony says. Like the mom, in a symbolic sense, is a bus, and the bus keeps on going, and we spend the whole time trying to chase the bus. This is a genius fucking ending. I'm not gonna give it credit for that because I'm fucking pissed that it ends the way it does. But it really is a fucking fantastic piece of cinema as I talk it out and think about this fucking episode. If you stayed to the beginning of this episode to the end of it, you're gonna like see how plausibly different I am. Implausibly different, really. But it's just fucking crazy that's how they end that shit. David Chase apparently is like never really given like an ultimate finale. Which I respect that, man. I respect like this is what I have put in the world, and I don't want there to be a conclusion. There will never be a conclusion to this. I will never. I will never close this, man. Made in America received mainly favorable to semi-favorable initial reviews from critics, while early fan reception was mixed and negative, described by one critic as a mixture of admiration and anger. During the weeks following the episode's original broadcast, Made in America's closing scene in particular became the subject of much discussion, analysis, and new interpretations. This is a good quote. Owen Gleiberman of Entertainment Weekly called Made in America the perfect ending and wrote about the final scene. On shock of that cut to black, the marvelous way it got you to roll the scene over again and again in your mind's eye. Rather than bring the series to a close, that blackout made Sopranos live forever. I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. As another wonderful HBO series that gave a real fucking ending to the damn series. I guess if you count like fucking Marlo like ranting to niggas on the corner, a real ending. The game is a game.